Hi guys, welcome to the computer forensics class. Today we are going to discuss about the investigation, email, crimes and violations. This is Rashekar from St. Peter's Engineering College. Welcome to the session. Investigating email crimes and violations. So before investigating the email crimes and violations, first of all we have to know about the how the email works, what is the role of an email, how the client and the server will communicate with the email services and the internet services. Basically, a client having the four things in an email box. Those are the first one is the mail inbox, second one is the sending or selecting the headers, third one is the message creation and message sending, and fourth one is the attachments can be added. The attachments must be either any files which is related to the images, files, documents, video clips, audio clips, any files, anything can be attached to the particular mail. These are the mainly four attachments, four things will be available on the client side. So now we have to discuss about the how the email works from the client side to the server side, and how the email will go from the client to the other person with communicating with the servers. Let us see the architecture and let us see the discussion about how the client will communicate with the email recipient or the email of the client too. So in the basically the client will send a mail from the system by using the SMTP. SMTP. Though from the client side to the server side, the communication will be established by using the SMTP to the particular SMTP server. So from the internet service provider to the SMTP server, the SMTP server will create in a protocol. We have in a protocol with the recipient receiver, other side of the receivers clients, receiver servers. From the receiver client to the server will communicate same as it is from the client will communicate with the servers. So from the SMTP server, it communicate with the SMTP of the other server, that is a mail server, by using the SMTP protocol. So the SMTP protocol will communicate between the SMTP server to the mail server. So the SMTP, that is an internet service provider, internet ISP SMTP servers will communicate with the mail servers, and the message which sent by the client will transfer the same as it is to the SMTP server of the mail servers. So from the mail server to the client receive mail server to the other clients or the other email recipients, email persons will go to the particular by using the POP3 or IMAP. By using these two protocols, the message will be delivered to that particular other persons from the client to the server or client to the other person. So the receivers will receive by using the same protocols. From the client send an SMS through the internet service provider. From the internet service provider, it communicates with by using the SMTP protocol. From the SMTP protocol, it will move to the mail server to the receiver will receive the message by the communication. So this is the how the email works from the client to the receiver. When you're moving to the exploring the role of the email in investigation, means email will place a major role in the investigations. With the increasing of the emails nowadays all are using by with the emails only. In the when you are using an emails, you have to aware of all the spams and fraud attempts with by using the phishing and spoofing techniques. So in the investigators need to know how to examine and interrupt the unique content of the email messages. So the investigators will check all the emails where in the spam messages or the trash or the inbox or the send mails. Overall, the email will be verified by the investigators and they will finalize the report by using all the techniques which is available on the email investigations. So in that investigations, the email will be verified by using the phishing techniques and the spoofing techniques. Majorly the phishing is an email or the HTML format. So by using the phishing techniques, which allows the creating a links to the text on a web page. So if you click on that particular link, automatically that link will redirect you to that some other page. In that page, the virus code will be inserted and the virus code will be created in the particular page. So if you click on that particular link, automatically it will redirect to the some other location of the web page and it will create some disturbances on your website. One of the most noteworthy of the email scams are the was 419 on the Nigerian scam. With this scam, this is the most famous scam in the emails. By using the emails, that is an A419 or Nigerian scam. So by using the phishing technology only, this scam will be happened. And next one is the spoofing. The spoofing technique is also an email can be used to commit a frauds with using a spoofing techniques. So spoofing and phishing are the majorly the two techniques which are using in the emails. In the spoofing, a sender can send a message or email, send and receive an email into the two environments, that is the internet or through the LAN or MAN networks. So by using an internet services, we can apply the spoofing techniques. By using a LAN connected system, that means in a organization, we have 50 systems are connected through a LAN within a server. So with the spoofing technique, we can allow it, we can enter into that particular all the systems, and we can hack those systems by using the spoofing techniques. And the next one is the client server architecture. With this client server architecture, server OS and the email software differs from those on the client sides. So from the server side, we can enter into the client systems and we can hack all the data which are stored in that particular clients. So these are all the different techniques we're using in the emails. The next one is the protected accounts. The protected accounts are the majorly secure with a high security passwords. So if you know that particular username and passwords, then only you can hack into that particular system or you can enter into that particular systems. So by using these, all the emails will be alerted. Here the email and the client server architecture will be explained. Here the email from the inbox and the server communications. In the email clients run a program such as in a Microsoft Outlook or Novel Evolutions. With these, after running of this Microsoft Outlook or the Novel Evolutions, the email will be sent to the client, and the client will open that particular mail address. Automatically, it will redirect to the server, and the email server will ask that email server runs the program such as an exchange on the group wise or send mails. Or the send mails. So with these with this procedure, the mail will communicate with the server. And here we have a few conversations between the corporate, public, and everywhere. So here the public and the corporate will have some different organization names. For example, we have an organization that is with that organization, the organization people will communicate with some other Gmail accounts or Hotmail account or Yahoo.com accounts. So they will get in a particular authorization, that is the organization mail IDs itself. So those are the corporate accounts, and the public accounts are the Yahoo, Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo, or Gmail, anything. These are all the public accounts. Everything after at the rate belongs to the domain names. Those domain names will reflect to the mail IDs only. And the tracing of the corporate emails is easier. Why? Because corporate users don't have that much of a security when compared to the public accounts. Why? Because the public accounts are maintained by the high secured servers, and the corporate accounts are not maintained in that way. So the corporate accounts are very easy to trace with an employer details or some other location, some other details which is related to that particular clients. Here we have a similar to other type of the investigation. Those we have a few goals, that is find who is behind the crime, collect the evidence, present your findings, build a case. So if you are going to the investigation process, in that investigation you have to find these four will be the major things you have to identify, and you have to complete the task. First one is you have to identify the what is the crime and who is the crime behind the scene. So next one is after identifying the crime scene, and you have to collect the evidences from that particular crime scene. After collecting the crime scene, you have to present your findings with an explanation how the crime will be happened and how you are justifying that particular crime. After that, you have to submit the report with a building of all the case and the reports, everything in that particular file. According to the cities and the states, with the crime cases will be depends. In few cities, in few countries, the email scams will not be considered as a crime, but in few countries, email scams are also considered as a crime. In the few countries, email scams will be considered as an illegal activities, but that is not a crime. they will get in a small punishments of the particular cases. In few countries, it's considered as a very crime, and the punishment will be very severe. So becoming in a common places, the different places by using the email scams, the client persons will be attacked by the different positions. That is in narcotic trafficking by using the emails. If the email is hacked, means that hacked email will be used in a different position, different various situations. That situations will be in a very difficulty when the clients are hacked by some other peoples. That is in a narcotics or a trafficking gang will hacks, and the extortion, sexual harassment, or child abusement, or the pornography. This like this, all the things will be happened when a email will be hacked of that particular persons. And when the examining of the email messages, you have to examine the email messages when that particular case will be registered on that particular email or the victim places. Access the victim computer to recover the evidences. Use the victim's email client and find a copy of the evidences in that particular mail ID, and you have to search all the spams and the trash messages, and if any protected data is there, access the protected and encrypted material from that mail, and you have to print all the emails which is sent by the particular victim system, and you have to guide the victim on the phone, open and copy email including the headers also. You have to copy all the details from the victim's computer. Sometimes you will deal the deleted emails also. So a few mails will be deleted after sending that to the client side servers. So you have to retrieve those emails by using a few techniques. And copying all the email messages to some other drives or some other place before you have to start an email investigation. You have to maintain a duplication copy. If you lost anything when you are doing the investigation, so you have to make a copy. Then only you will be in the identification module. So you might also want to forward the messages as an attachment to the another email addresses also. And within the GUI compiler, GUI email programs, you can copy an email by dragging into the storage medium or saving it at different locations will be done. This is the screen which is seeing is selecting an email to copy. So the security reasons, the email will be fully copied to the some other locations. And viewing the email headers. In the email headers, you have any GUI clients and command line clients and the web-based clients. These are the clients available on that particular email headers. After you open the email header, copy paste and them into the text documents, so that can be read them within a text editors. The text editor can use text editors are used to read the email headers, and that email headers contains the useful information like UIN numbers, that is a unique identifying numbers, or the IP addresses of sending servers, and the sending time and the timestamp will be saved in that particular email headers. In the email headers, let's consider as let us take example of the Yahoo. Yahoo is a client, and click email options, click the general preferences and show all headers on the incoming messages, and copy and paste of all the headers. If you do this procedure, you will get all the headers which are available on that particular email will be copied and pasted into some other locations like this. We will go to the select one mail in the mail, select one message from the mail, and you go to the properties. You will get in a view full header. Then view full header will look like this. So the header, the full header view will be like this, all the code of that particular header. And viewing the email headers will be the Outlook and Outlook Express also. It will be like this. So Outlook header will look like this, and it will be displayed in the different position. That is it, giving all the property details. That is informations available on that particular mail will be displayed here. This is the source code of that particular email header. That is the Outlook email header of the source code. And viewing the email header, that is a novel evolutions. Click view all message headers, copy and paste of the email headers, and giving the location of that particular pasting will be done. That is an evolution of the email header will gives the sending of the objects, that is the sending of the mails, and subject of that particular mail, and content, and the receiver, or all the details will be saved in the header details. Like this, if you use an email options in the pin, the document will be, it shows like this. That is a folder list. Select a folder to view, and after selecting that folder to view, it will shows the message header like this. and an email header in the pin. This is also one of the browser, that is a mail, and AOL is a mail like a Hotmail. The header of the AOL mail header. This is the Yahoo. So examining all email headers will go to the gathering the supporting evidences and track the suspects. So we are doing all things to identify the suspects, and we have to find out the suspects by using all the email headers of the email investigations. So to gather the supporting evidence and the tracking suspects from the email headers are return the path, recipient's email address, type of sending email services, IP addresses or IP address of sending servers, name of the email server, unique message number of the server mail, and date and time of the email was sent, that is a timestamp of the email, then attachment files of the information. These are all the things you have to gather from the evidence, gather from the victim systems to put an evidence. So an email header will be the line numbers added like this. It will use the all the return path, the delivery to receiving time, receiving from, and the message and everything will be traced. And here we have a demo trace here. How to trace an email, that is a online email tracing index will be shown here. And this is a code running of the in the firewall. When you are checking of all the network emails, the code will be run like this. That is a firewall protection. The fire, you have to break that firewall when you have to enter into the client system or any other systems. Examining the Unix email server logos. So in the Unix, you can't run with an like a drag and drop process. Here you have to apply by using the commands only. These commands will be like this, and no need of all the things in the particular syllabus, but we are giving the just just for the information. And there is the configuration file of the particular email servers. Now understanding the email servers, here the email servers will go to the computer load with a software that uses the emails, protocols and its services. Each and every protocol will be reflected from the client to the server, and the protocol will use it to communicate from the client end systems to the server end systems. And the communication established by using these protocols only. The email storage will be more the previous when compared to the previous days to nowadays. Why? Because in the nowadays all the emails and the mail servers are using only the cloud, so the capacity of the mail will be increased, and the email storage will be like then a database and a flat files, and logs will be the defaults or manual, continuous and circular will be using in the email servers. The log information will be like this, that is an email content, sending IP addresses, receiving and reading date and time, system specification informations. So these are all things are available on the emails, which is similar to the client servers also. So using the specialized email forensics tools, these are all the forensic tools used in the specially for the email purposes only. Those are the access data forensics tools, that is a FTK, ProDiscover, Final Email, Swaml, DB Extract. So these are all the tools used in the email forensics. Thank you.